Hi everybody, welcome to Creating with Love. Listen, I worked hard on this junk journal. It's huge. But I'm going to do the YouTube stuff first. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications for when I put new content up. You will be notified. So if you are seeing that I don't have a bell, I don't know what to do about that. I'm sorry. But I am also noticing YouTube is unsubscribing people to me. And I'm seeing that the larger YouTubers that were trying to help little YouTubers like me, they were being unsubscribed. So just check your subscriptions every time you come on here and watch something. Make sure you still subscribe, because YouTube does that to people. Come see me or come join my Facebook group, Creating with Love Crafting, and also share the videos. It helps people grow, and your comments help this channel and other channels grow. Whenever you watch a video, please comment on it. And yeah, come see us on Facebook. Join my group. It's Creating with Love Crafting. And then come see us on Instagram. Okay? So let's get on with the flip through, because this is a huge junk journal, and it is my cookie recipe book. All right, so I wanted to put some of these little dudes in there. They're little felt stickers I got last year, excuse me, for I think it was, I don't know, it was a good amount off. So I think I got these really cheap. But I wanted to put some on there through this book. But I'm not going to be able to. This piece of lace, and it is a piece of lace, came from this table runner that I found, and I'm going to show you. I found it. Look how beautiful it is. Look, and it has different sections that you can cut off for different things. Okay, and just look how beautiful. So I found that in a thrift store up in the middle part of, or maybe upper part by Rhode Island, where there's a cute little thrift store up by my mom. So I cut this off and I used it because this reminded me of cookies. I don't know why. And this reminds me of the little drummer boy. Or not the drummer boy, the tin soldier. So this fringe reminded me of that. And there's a ton of fringe like that in the book. So look how wide this book is. I'm going to put it this way so you can see the whole thing. Look how wide this book is. Okay, so I made the spine. I'm going to do measurements for you. At 2 inches. The spine is 2 inches. So this book is it is almost 7.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches long. So the reason I did that was because I have very long pieces of not coffee dyed but tea dyed paper. I had brought home a huge pack of printer paper, and it was 15 inches long by 8.5 inches wide, I think. So I only had to cut off 1 inch. I used the whole sheet almost. So this is from a front of a cookie book that I had. And I went through many cookie books. I'm not going to bring them on. It was just books that people gave me, and I used it. This is a piece of scrap fabric that I found. well, I actually bought a pack of scrap fabrics from the Goodwill, and I used it in here. And then I'm going to move it down, let's see, this way. And we're going to open it. So I used the same fabric on the inside with the fringe. And then I made an inside spine. I'm going to close it again, and I'm going to show you how many signatures it has. It has three signatures, okay? But I used 30 pieces of that very long paper plus other paper with it. These papers came from last year's Hot Buys, okay? And I believe this camera is crooked. So, there you go. Alright, so now we're going to flip it open. And I had a picture from a Mother's Day card of a cookie. So I cut it out and I put it here for a tuck spot. So I had a heart doily, and then I had a recipe card, okay, and then I put a recipe on the back. So no, I didn't distress the things. I didn't distress a lot of stuff. I just went through and made this. Now this I got out of one of my cookie books, and I just thought it was like a very brilliant picture. I thought it was beautiful. And on the back, it has more cookie recipes. So this is a cookie recipe book. Okay, and you could write your own recipe here and then use this one for pineapple carrot cookies. But I also made a fabric pull handle. So I used a lot of Fabri-Tac and a lot of regular Barely Art glue in here. This is from my Authentique, let me see, Authentique Rejoice paper pad that I got during the COVID shutdown. So I had bought this one, and I really, really love it. It's got so many tremendous Christmas pictures in it. And I just won't use the other sides of them because I just love the little vintage pictures. So this is from that. And this is from, I forgot where this is from. Oh yeah, I bought an 8x8 paper pad from, I used a lot of that too, from Joann. That came in the mail. And from Paper Studio. Okay. So I used this, and it's got a lot of papers in it, and I really like it. So I used this and some other papers. I can't remember. So we're going to keep going. This is from an old paper pad. It was an old Hot Buy, and I put a piece of, just a piece of material on the end for a handle. And then on this side, you have molasses icebox cookies and ginger nuts. And it shows a picture, an old-time picture, a black and white picture of the cookies. Then you have the cute little girl rolling out her dough. That's from the Authentique. And then I glued some recipes here. Potato chip. I found some really weird cookies, but they're old. Potato chip cookies, Christmas cutouts, snowballs, and date balls. Then here's another one from another old cookbook, and this one is a chocolate bonbon cookies, and these are just regular cookies with raw carrots in them. And here's some tea-dyed paper, like I said, and this is that 15-inch paper. And then here is a journal card that you can just write your own recipe in with some Goodwill trim that I found. with the little guy from Authentique. And here's another recipe that I put I had a roll of material that I really liked, and I used a lot of it. And I don't know where you find these or what they're even called, but I love them. I love them. They're pretty easy to use, pretty easy for Fabri-Tac to just glue them down. And this was made into a handle. So this is off of a front of a Christmas card. Now I'm doing a Christmas in July, but it is a junk journal cookie book, Christmas cookie book. So here's the trim from the Goodwill. I used these on a lot of the papers in here. That's why you see all the fuzzies. Okay, so when you do that, you get some very pretty very pretty edges. But it brings the edges out to the other edges, or over the other edges. And then these is pumpkin angel squares. So these are the recipes, and if you want, you can pause and try to copy the recipes down. More tea-dyed paper. At least there's 3 or 4 in each section. I did use 30 papers. So this is a business envelope with a window in it and the Authentique card. And then this I fussy cut out some gingerbread cookies, and here's gingerbread people with the icing. Okay, so this is, all these trims are those bags of trims that I showed you that I got from Goodwill. They're in my hauls. This trim is also from there. It is a ribbon. It was in a kit for making something, I can't remember, but I'm using the ribbon in my books. And then here's another little girl, and here's a huge tuck spot or pocket. So this is chocolate peanut butter cookies. So this kids will love making these cookies with a grown-up. This is just a recipe, and then it's the recipe on the back. I don't know if you want to, I'm not going to stop for every one of them because I only have a certain amount of time. These are the chocolate dipped coconut macaroons. And here's the picture of them on the front. This card came from Old World Winter from Hobby Lobby Paper Studio. I love these. They could just, you just cut them out and use them as journal cards. Here's 4 more pieces of tea-dyed paper, and then a tuck spot from Authentique. And then this is just from the, I think it's Save Freeze paper pad. I used a lot of that paper in here. And you could fold this and make it into a foldable recipe card, but I didn't want to fold it. But this says, Christmas is love with lots of sugar sprinkled on top. And it's got the other guys. And then if you fold it, they would be on the front. Or you could have cut these and made them into a journal card. But I didn't want to cut it in half or fold it in half. So my mom used to make these all the time. And these are yummy. These are mocha crinkles. I used to call them earthquake cookies. Because when she made them, she dipped them, I don't know, but she dipped them in confectionery sugar. So here's another envelope. But with that envelope, I put some old recipes here. And then Santa Claus from Authentique. I was so excited to show you this. This is a Christmas in July recipe book. Glorious gift giving, pumpkin white chocolate chip, chocolate drops, and then Christmas fruit balls, and then you got more fringe, And then you got another journal card. You can put a recipe on here or write it. You can write all your recipes in here, or you can glue it. This could be a glue book as well. So, actually, I would make this into either a glue book or write your recipes in here. It's going to get bulky, though. You're going to have to tie it shut even tighter. So, this is ginger snaps recipe. And then I had a little trim in my drawer from the Goodwill, of course. And then what I did was I glued this on. But it looks sewed because it's sewed right here. And then here is that ribbon that I showed you that is material and more authentic. This is a big pocket. This is an envelope from... I don't know where it's from. It's a business envelope. Then I put 1, 2, 3 recipes here. One is Toll House chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal scotchies, and then double mint chocolate chip cookies. And then here's some more papers. And then you got peanut butter and jellies, oatmeal cranberry white chunk cookies. But these are the peanut butter and jellies right there. And they're thumbprint cookies, you can tell. So here's some more fringe. You can paste more recipes here, write more recipes in here. More tea-dyed paper. I prefer the tea because it does not eat the paper like coffee does. So this right here, guys, is an envelope. It's a tan-colored envelope for cards. I have thousands of envelopes. I could have put a red one in or a green one, but I didn't do that. I found these. So this one says chocolate haystacks, and that's a recipe for I don't know if you bake them. I don't think you bake them. Maybe not. Oh yeah, remove from heat. You cook them somehow. All right. And these are homesteaders, and that's what they look like down here. So this is kind of very interesting. I found some really weird cookies I never ever seen before. So here's that paper. Here's the second signature. Now we're going to go through quick. Simple, sweet, holiday peppermint slices. Then you turn the page, and that's what that looks like. Okay, and more tea-dyed paper. More tea-dyed paper. Some old recipes that I found. This one was typed in a homemade cookbook. This one is sugar cookies on a business envelope. You can put another recipe here or write one through here. You could write on these. I just said that already. And then you can write on this side. Here's a little girl from Authentique that I backed up with red foil. And then you turn it. All these pages here had come out to like here. And so I folded it over and made a pocket. There's plenty of pockets in here. So this is a huge, huge, yeah, journal card. And I used the fringe on another junk journal here. And this recipe is Labachin Jewels and chocolate sugar cookies. Yep, so most of these come from my Hot Buy paper pads. Most of them, not most of them, some of them, the stiffer ones, and Authentique. 1, 2, 3. Then you have this. Christmas time is here. Happiness and cheer. I wish it was here. It would be cool out. It's too hot. So we have this, 1, 2, 3. Then we have plaid paper from that 8x8 12 Days of Christmas paper pad from Joann's, and then Authentique Little Girl. I think she's adorable. I just think she's cute. Then we have Frost on the Pumpkin cookies. So yeah, we're doing good, aren't we? So here's a tuck spot I made. All through this you will see that on the old time winter pieces of paper that I made into cardstock, and I rounded it, I put the recipe cards on them, and then another recipe, chocolate oat chip cookies. I used to make these. Oh, are they good. Except I can't eat wheat anymore. I have to be gluten-free because it was killing my stomach for years. Now this is a Duncan Hines recipe. I'm just sticking that in there. And then there's a window here, and you can see him looking out, the Quaker guy. Here's a doily. I forgot to mention the... Oh no, I didn't forget. So here's a picture of cute, pretty cookies. Just thought that picture was really pretty. But when you open it up, there is candy cane wreath ornaments, and here they are. Okay, you can make these ornaments, but they're cookies too. And then on here, raspberry linzer rounds, creamy decorators frosting. So that's what these are. So we're going to keep flipping. Here's another recipe card, and on the back it has, you know, you can make these into little, you know, you can cut these in half, but it won't look right if you use the back of it. From Authentique. And then there's the little girl walking with her kitty and her puppy. It's like the 50s. I love these vintage styles. Kris Kringle cookies. So I think some of them you can't get because there's a glare on them, but the book's heavy. And this is another fringe page. And you have 3 more. Then you have Jam Up Oatmeal Cookies, and then Simply Delicious Minty Cookies. So these are the cookies that are Jam Up Oatmeal Cookies. And you flip the page and you get a nice plaid page. You can paste something on here or glue. So this is your glue book as well if you want it to be. And more paper. And I'm just going through the papers really quick because we're going to get caught up on time. We're at 22 minutes. Orange drop cookies. Alright, that's another Duncan Hines recipe. And then Authentique Tuck Spot envelope. And then 4 tea-dyed paper. Here's an envelope here. And then cookies around here from Coffee Brandy Cookies. And then Just Wonderful Chocolate Squares. And there's the back side of the envelope. And here's the third signature. I hope I do this real quick. So here's another large journal card. And a recipe on the back for chocolate chip cupcakes. Uh-oh. It's supposed to be cookies. But anyways, who cares? Hermits over here. Little Authentique girl with, you know, the gold foil words in the back. Crybabies. I love that. I picked that especially for the title. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3 tea-dyed paper. Then you got Santa Claus. Then you have anise drops. This looks like this was totally typed. Anise drops and high iron cookies. I thought that this is kind of like weird type of cookies, so I put them in there. Then you go 1, 2, 3. These are the tea-dyed papers. Then you got another paper with a pocket in it. And I think, yeah, I put applesauce cookies on this one. So I used a ribbon that had some gold weaving in it. It was a white and gold weaved ribbon. Authentique girl taking cookies out of an old-time stove, and her dog is adoring her. And then you 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this comes from last year's. It's like a sweater pattern. So Hershey's Kiss cookies and Neiman Marcus cookies. Then you have something I glued here with some fringe on it. And it says, keep Christmas in your heart, but you flip it up and you can put a whole recipe on it, okay? It's long enough for that. Business envelope with a recipe on the back. Coconut macaroons. I love those. And here's another journal card, blank, that you can place with another piece of material on it. Short tuck spot. That ribbon I was talking to you about. Cherry cashew cookies. And then this flips out because this was an envelope I was going to use to flip out. And then you got Santa Claus's wife, Grandma Claus, taking cookies out of the oven, the little gingerbread men. And here's where I wanted to put the little gingerbread men, and I think I will after. Aren't they adorable? So, you have that, and then you have the picture of these cookies over here. So it coordinates pretty good. And then more fringes. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you got another, paper with a tuck spot. And in that tuck spot is a recipe card. That's from Authentique. And then you see the back end of this. And then 1, 2, 3. Ice skate cookies. So I put a couple of pictures of the ice skate cookies. I fussy cut them out. And then you have fringes again. That's the last of the fringes. And then heartfelt and homemade. And 1, 2. Look at how rich this is, like right here. I love it. 3. Delightful peanut butter marshmallow cookie bars. Yum. And then another recipe card that I folded. I showed you. This is from Authentique. You can use both sides if you want and fold it that way. And then 'tis the season to be jolly. And here's the end page. I love this. And then I made another journal card in a tuck spot. And so I put some gold ribbon on it. Look, it's really pretty. And you can fold it up and write your own recipe in there. And just stick it in here. And voila. There is the back end of the book. It's gold foiled. And so this took 3 days to make. That was it. Because I had everything coordinated, everything ready to go. I knew how to build these. I built it out of this cardstock. So what I did was, see how I cut it down to here at 8 or 8.5, I believe, because the pages were 7.5. And then I used 2 inches over here, but I used double the amount because I glued them together. Phew! Excuse me. I glued them together to make a stronger cover and a stronger spine. So it's pretty heavy, guys. I think it may be a 3 to 4 pound book. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you liked this, you know, Christmas in July Christmas cookie cookbook. Recipe book. I don't know what you call it, but it's a junk journal. And I was very happy to make it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put it up on eBay because I don't know how much this one would go for. I have no idea. I have to look things up. They have 2-inch spines, and then they're 8.5 inches long with 106 pages. There are 106 pages in here. So, okay, guys. Let's get to praying. Thank you, Jesus, for everything you do and who you are, and for dying for us. Thank you for the cross. I will put my heart and my life and my soul at the cross for you. I sacrifice myself for you and my life. This is what I am doing. I am praying at the end of every single video I have. God bless America. God heal America. God heal the American people. Vanquish this virus and vanquish the evil spreading all over the land. Father, protect us all from the top to the bottom, to all of us. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Thank you for your hand coming back on America and prospering us all and getting rid of the evil plans. And thank you for your creative ideas. And guys, God bless each and every one of you, and keep creating with love.